Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Julia. I am the Mindful Tarot Coach and this is the usual weekly tarot check-in. The deck is the same, the questions are the same. You can find them below in the description section. Before I jump on to analyzing the next week, I would like to quickly recap this week's topic, which is changing routines and adopting a new order. I don't know how is it for you guys so far, but for me this week is really about changing routines, getting out of my comfort zone, and leaving it in order to grow and expand my horizons. I can tell that this is really tiresome, but I think it's worth because potential and growth lie always outside our comfort zone, and therefore it's a good idea to follow this calling and really be able and be ready for change. Okay, now let's take a look at the next week and see what topics may be actual and may be relevant the next week. What we have here as a main significator for the next week is the Hierophant, number 5 in the Major Arcana. The Hierophant is all about teaching, learning, being a student or being a master. It is also about adopting certain rules, values, belief system, maybe even within a kind of official institution like church, a religious group, or a kind of community where there are certain rules to follow. But it is also about creating your own belief system after making your own experiences regarding something. So it is also about going beyond your values and beliefs so far and creating a new value and belief system. The Hierophant is therefore again all about learning and following, and it is also about dogmas and rules, and it also reminds you that at the end of the day you are basically your own teacher. The Hierophant is completed by a 4 of coins. I will put them next to each other so that you can see the similarities between the two cards, because this is going to be interesting. But let me talk first about the 4 of coins. The coins are always about material things like value, money, business, things, but also physical health and the like. And it is also about internal and external values. And given that we have a 4 here, we talk about a very solid, stable structure, right? And as you can see, this guy is really very stable. He is sitting very solidly on his chair, keeping his values very close to himself. That on one side shows a very stable structure which has advantages. On the other side, it also shows us some kind of rigidity. If I put these two cards together, I would say that the next week we may deal with these beliefs and value systems, and again, they may have the advantage that if we have a certain belief system regarding something, then we are kind of conform within the structures. I mean, we feel good and we feel kind of secure and safe, which is good. However, on the other side, it has the disadvantage that it can become at some point too rigid, blocking us from growth and improvement. So make sure that you are not sitting too stable in your well built up values and system, that you are not becoming too dogmatic, because this is going to be problematic. It may become problematic. I am telling this because what we have here in the next column, which is about risks and potentials, is the Devil. The devil is a pretty cool guy actually in the tarot. His name is Lucifer, and the meaning of his name is the one who brings the light. And this is really what he is doing. He brings light into the darkness by first showing our dark side. The devil is all about addictions, patterns, and situations where we are kind of addicted, when we cannot really move on. It really shows us our shadow side. It shows us our addictions, like money, sex, drugs, alcohol, whatever. And it shows us also that even if we are addicted in a way, we are still free in our acting. So we can make the choice that we stop this, we cut this, and we walk away. The devil reminds us that no matter in what kind of life situation or addiction are we stuck in, we always have the freedom to make another choice and to walk away. I'm not telling that this is easy, of course, especially in terms of addictions, it is super hard. However, you always have the freedom to make the next time another choice and try to change things. And this is how actually it brings light into the darkness, by showing you that again you have this freedom to walk away and to change something on your patterns. And the first step, of course, always first realizing those patterns and seeing them. Okay, I see them, and now I can make the next step and try to walk away. The devil is super interesting here because it is very similar to the Hierophant, which is the main topic of the week. Observe the similarities between the two cards. And given these very interesting similarities, I assume that the next week we are going to have the risk of being again too rigid in our thinking or in belief system, thinking that we are kind of a prisoner of a certain structure or belief system. It can be that we are going to become too dogmatic regarding something, and this is not going to be good for us because it is restrictive, and it really, like, as you can see, it keeps us prisoners in our thinking, in our behavior, on thinking patterns, right? So make sure you pay attention to this. It is completed by a 10 of Cups, which is normally a very positive card. We talk about cups, so we talk about emotions and feelings. And given that we have a 10 here, it is all about fulfillment, reaching something, and being whole, complete, and in alignment. The card has come up reversed. That tells me that this harmony is kind of blocked. So if I put these two cards together, I would say that the next week we are going to have the risk that in case we are too rigid in our thinking, in case we are too dogmatic in a way, we risk the harmony, and we are also risking the family peace, right? So make sure you pay attention to this. And the way of managing all this is going to be also very interesting, because what we have here as an advice is a reversed sun. The sun may be also interesting, familiar. It has come up several times during the last weeks. No wonder, because there is summer here, so this can be also one of the reasons. And the sun is all about joy, sunshine, light, inner child, freedom, positivity, and success. It has come up reversed and as an advice, and this tells me that it may be a good idea the next week to be a bit more relaxed, to enjoy more the positive, the good side of life. And first and foremost, it is an invitation to bring light into this darkness, what we have seen here, right? To recognize our patterns, to recognize all the toxic patterns and relationships and addictions, etc., what we have. And by bringing light to those, and recognizing them, being able to make a move ahead and leaving those toxic patterns. So we have here an invitation from the sun to be a bit more flexible inside, to look at the positive things on the things, and to bring a light, a shine on this, so that we can see our toxic patterns. This is one thing. I also feel here an invitation to, there is this saying, carpe diem. So enjoy the sun and take what is already there. Be happy what's there. Enjoy the sun. Look on the bright side of life. And also releasing this inner child so that he can be free and be happy, right? The sun is completed by an Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is always about a new opportunity to grab. It can be a new job offer, any kind of opportunity that presents itself, and therefore it can be a really good idea to grab it. This is one thing. But I also see here, putting this together with the sun, again, is just like grabbing the opportunity that lies ahead right now, being free. And another interesting thing here is, if I put these two cards together and take a look at them, what you see here a guy who is very much insisting on certain values and things, but he is not very free, and this is not really fruitful, this whole situation, right? And in case you are ready to release some values, beliefs, whatever, then you are becoming much more free inside, and then you are going to find yourself in a more fruitful surrounding. If you take a look at this card, you will see what I mean. We have here a beautiful garden, and we also have here a path that is leading to new height. And this tells me again that instead of insisting too much on things, try to become more free and more flexible inside and outside. And this way, and widening your horizon, bringing shine on the darkness, and being able to take the opportunities that are really good for you and improve and get better and get more happier. Okay, now I'm going to recap this and sum it up quickly, as always. Okay, so again, the next week is going to be about values, belief systems, and dogmas. And it can be that we are going to insist on certain things and values too much. This way, running into the risk of, becoming too rigid and feeling trapped in a certain way of thinking on behavior. This is also going to jeopardize the harmony, the family peace, or inner harmony. So make sure you pay attention to this. And the way of managing all this is to try to bring light into the darkness. Take a look at your patterns. See in what kind of toxic behavior or thinking patterns you are trapped in, and try to release them. Try to become more flexible in your thinking and in your behavior, and grab those values and those opportunities that are really good for you, because this way you can really grow and you can leave your toxic patterns behind and just improve your life. Okay, I hope that it all makes sense. I have enjoyed it really much. I hope you did too. If you did, please don't forget to push the like button, to subscribe, to share. I am very much looking forward to seeing you next week ahead. Till then, take care of yourselves. Thank you for showing up. Ciao.